Welcome back to episode 7. I'm here with my guy Rhett. What's up with y'all?
What is up? Yeah, last week we got it we got it right? We were saying episode 6 and it was episode
Yeah,
6.
it was episode 6. Now we're on 7.
Gotcha. Yeah, last week was filled with a lot of coaching search stuff and then obviously a lot of NFL football, but
Yeah, man.
National Signing Day today. How'd
How'd you
Auburn
feel?
do?
I know you're happy.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were down in the dirt with this recruiting class. I know Heupel did a really good job given the circumstances and given the sanctions and given everything, all the transfers they had last year. I thought, well, the best Heupel can really do is try to get to 20 to 25. And, we should be happy about that with the way Pruitt left the program. But to go all the way to 12 or 13 for the national or early signing day and land honestly, some big fish on the defensive side of the ball, which was really surprising to me.
Y'all are
I knew
12.
what's that?
Y'all are 12.
Gotcha. I knew we'd sign some good players on the offensive side of the ball just because that's what Heupel does. I mean, who wouldn't want to go play in that offense? But I wasn't sure we were going to get anybody really defensively, and he ended up pulling some good 4 stars. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. But with any program, just win. It solves everything. Tennessee recruits itself. You win at Tennessee, the recruits will come. And so, yeah, pretty happy about the way it went today. What about you?
Who's your defensive coordinator?
What's that?
Who's your defensive coordinator?
I mean, I feel like he's going to get poached, but like Rodney Gardner was the one recruiting
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
all these big time dudes.
Gardner.
And he's a great recruiter, and that's what Heupel needs. I wish he'd get a great offensive recruiter as well. Besides, him having to do everything. Our offensive coordinator doesn't seem like he's that great a recruiter. I guess it's kind of hard to sell when you're the OC and you don't call plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just gave him the title, Alex Golish. It's kind of hard to say. I think that's how you pronounce it.
So Josh calls the plays.
Josh calls the plays. Yeah.
See, that's what Harson's doing. So
Yeah.
it hadn't been confirmed yet, but the reports, and it's kind of official. We signed Austin Davis as our offensive coordinator. And I think Harson's going to want to call the plays now and have full control of the offense and have Austin kind of, he's been with Russell Wilson. I mean, I'm kind of happy with it. We need somebody to develop some quarterbacks. I mean, maybe he can. I don't know how he's going to do.
Was he there Russell's whole career though?
He's been there the past 3 years. So
and that's when Russ hasn't been that great.
I know. It's weird.
It's like he's digressed ever since that guy got there.
Yeah.
It's been more due to injury. Russ has been pretty. He's always been such a stable, always in the lineup type dude. Really, just this year has been his injury problems, but.
Yeah, he
I
played.
don't know. I guess we'll see. It's just the fact that y'all didn't want a pro style, and then you got another pro style guy.
It was all Mike Bobo. I mean, like I've said, I think when Brian got hired, everyone thought that Kevin Steele was going to be our head coach, and I think Kevin wanted Mike Bobo as his offensive coordinator. So when Brian and they ended up saying no to Kevin. They brought Brian in and they kind of were like, hey, he's already here. Just kind of take him. So I think that's I think that's kind of what happened. And that's why he fired him after the first year. I mean, dude, Brian didn't even have full control over the offense.
Why would he have usually your OC does have full control over the offense.
Correct. But I'm just saying, I think
Brian would have gotten his own. He wouldn't have he wouldn't have accepted that job without knowing he could bring in his voice.
That's just what Auburn people talk about. That's all. I don't know anything down there.
I feel like that's just
all I can do is state what I read, and that's the rumor. Anyways, but I think he fired Mike Bobo as he should have, and he said, "Hell, I'm going to control it, and if I fail in the SEC, it's going to be because I failed. It's going to be my fault. I didn't succeed." So I'm kind of excited. He had a pretty good career at Southern Miss. Yes, Southern Miss, and played in. I think he was just back up in the NFL. Got a coaching job with the Seahawks with Russell Wilson for the past 3 years, and I know he hadn't done the best, but kind good offensive minded guy that we probably need because we have not developed any quarterbacks here recently. Jared Stidham was obviously overhyped. Bo Nix overhyped, of course. So we really have only had Cam Newton, if realistically, at quarterback position for Auburn. So I'm kind of excited. Hopefully we can do something with it. We had a pretty good national signing day today, or early signing day. Flipped a couple of guys. I think a Holden Grenier is going to be our guy. I'm hoping if Demetrius Davis doesn't work out, but pretty excited. He did a pretty good job. We went from 35, I think, to 13. So finished strong.
Yeah, that's the SEC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to pull those names every time. I mean,
Also,
I think
Vanderbilt's not last.
Vanderbilt and Florida with just awful.
Is Florida last?
Florida's last in the SEC. 79th last time I saw it. Could have changed. I think they did sign someone here late in the night, so they could have moved up a bunch of spots or something. But last time I saw midday, they were 79. So
wow,
they took a hard hit. I'm not sure what Billy's going to do there. Who knows?
he's a good coach, right?
Texas A&M had a crazy signing day.
Yeah. Unbelievable. They just passed Alabama and Georgia.
It was pretty remarkable what they did. I mean, 5-ish of the top 10 and 8-ish of the top 20 players in the country. I mean, I'm not going to say everything's based on, stars and everything like that. A lot of it's based on development of those players, but it's definitely it's a good, cement or setting stone to have those guys come in that you don't need to develop as much, and they all have their raw talent. So, and of course, Georgia and Bama, they're going to be top 3.
Always. Ohio State, 4, Penn State.
They're always,
Texas.
Those guys are always going to be up there because James Franklin, Ryan Day, all those guys can recruit like crazy. Another surprise was Missouri. I can't believe Eli did what he did. I still don't believe he's an amazing coach by any means. But I mean, they got 11th, they got 5th in the SEC, which was pretty surprising. I know the one wide receiver from Missouri that went there, the number one player in the country, or the number one wide receiver in the country or something, made their class much better than it really was. But he did an impressive job. I mean, it's hard to sell Missouri football. Yeah. Not a lot of people, want to go play for Missouri. That's the reality of things. But I'm trying to think of who else had a pretty good signing day. Who was 4th in the SEC?
I don't know, because you said Missouri's 5, Tennessee 6, Auburn 7.
I think Kentucky may have been 4.
Kentucky had a good, I think it was an offensive lineman. It was a 5-star. It was a pretty big pickup. Kentucky also got 2 guys from Summit High School. Quarterback, receiver brothers. Yeah. I don't.
What's that?
Are they 4 stars?
Yeah, I think so. They played Oakland actually in the championship game.
Yeah.
I don't know if the quarterback's going to play quarterback in college though. I think on 247 he's listed as an athlete. Because I think he can play quarterback, but I think he ran the ball really well. I think he can catch the ball. I think he can play defense, the defensive end, just like his brother can. Because I think Keaton's mainly going for defensive end, if I'm not mistaken. But
gotcha.
Yeah, they're both 2 big, good ball players as well. So all in all, pretty good day for the SEC.
Always.
I think everybody was in the top 25 except for Vanderbilt and Florida. Because I think Mississippi State was around 25. I think South Carolina. I know South Carolina was top 30. I'm not sure if they were top 25.
Hell, let's talk about South Carolina. Why is Spencer going to South Carolina? He also brought his tight end with him, but it makes 0 sense to me why Spencer Rattler goes to South Carolina. I don't get it. You're not competing for anything.
I mean, you're gonna start immediately is the only thing. And he knows that. I mean, they had a grad assistant playing QB last year. He's guaranteed. Spencer Rattler at a good team and in the NCAA is not a guaranteed starting spot. He couldn't succeed in a pretty easy offense to succeed in at Oklahoma. He was actually downright terrible.
Yeah.
So, does he want to go compete, or does he want to go tell people, hey, I want the starting job and I'll try to prove to people that I can be what I was set out to be when I came out as a senior and going to Oklahoma,
Yeah.
So it doesn't make me scared of South Carolina at all. Just based on what I saw from Spencer this year. But who knows? He could, break out there. I'm not just not very sure
So
on what to expect.
Kentucky was 11, Missouri 12, Tennessee 13, Auburn 14. North Carolina in the top 10, number 8 spot.
He's always been able to recruit, though. Matt Brown,
man.
Even going back to Texas, he was able to recruit. Obviously, Texas is 1,000 times an easier sell than North Carolina, but he's always had the ability to recruit. So I'm not surprised there.
Yep. Notre Dame 7, no surprise. Oklahoma 10. Surprised with all the movements at Oklahoma that they're at 10.
Yeah.
LSU, Arkansas 18, 19.
Venables is, maybe he kept people on the line. Venables is a heck of a recruiter. I'm pretty sure he did most of the heavy recruiting at Clemson, and that's why Clemson took a big hit this year once he left. Because I think he does a lot of the heavy lifting recruiting wise. But
yeah, Clemson fell all the way down to 16. Dabo's in shambles, man. Dabo is complaining, talking about he hates the portal and, people don't care about education anymore. He hired within in his program, so he has a new OC and DC. I assume it's the offensive analyst and a defensive analyst of some sort.
Where did Tony Elliott end up going? Their OC, Virginia Tech?
Nope, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia fired their coach. Interesting.
Yep, he went to Virginia, and then
he went to Virginia Tech. Penn State's D coordinator? Or?
Yep, D coordinator went to Virginia Tech. Yep.
Gotcha.
And so Dabo's just kind of fallen a little bit. Vanderbilt at 37, though. Not bad. They got 20. They got 24
3-stars. Yeah. Still though, no, not bad at all.
No, the coach came out and said he was pleased. He was pleased with the recruiting class that they got. So
it's the hardest. It's literally it's easily the hardest to sell in the SEC. There's nothing even remotely close, because 1, you don't have the facilities to compete. 2, your field's not very good and your capacity is not good. 3, you don't have any fans.
0.
And 4, your biggest selling point is academics, where most of the kids really want to dive deep into football. You know what I mean? They're coming to play football, kind of like what Cardell Jones once said, I'm not here to play school. You know what I mean? A lot of them want to play football,
Yeah.
And they don't want to be, now there is some that value education, but I just want to play football and not have to worry solely about those academics. Because Vanderbilt's an awesome academic school. It's hard.
Yeah, absolutely. During the year this year, they played UConn game 2 or 3, maybe. They were selling 50-yard line tickets for $1 a piece.
Yeah,
$1.
UConn's one of the worst too. So brutal times over there. But yeah, 37 is solid for Florida. Who they are and where they've been.
Florida is 50.
50. Okay, they jumped. I knew that. I think they landed a 4 or 5-star late. That jumped them. And when you land a 4 or 5-star and you're 79th, it's going to jump you way high, because none of those guys get 4 or 5 stars.
None. Nope, 0. Yeah, it looks like Florida is last. That is absolutely insane. I can't believe that. That's got to be the first time in history.
I don't know.
That's bad.
Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Well, enough of college football. How did we do last week?
Yeah, basically we did all NFL games. I did a little bit better than you. Actually, I was super hot last week. If people trailed on here, they probably won some money, because I think I went 9-3 or 10-3.
Jeez.
Combined with the over under bets. But first was Vikings Steelers. I said that was my lock of the night. I said Vikings money. I said Vikings would win -3 pretty easily, and they went up big. And then the Steelers actually had a chance to go up there and tie it.
Did I take the Steelers?
And then Chase Claypool celebrating the first down when they should be lining up over here.
I didn't think that was that big of a deal.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think it took much time. It honestly was more. It made it worse when the center came over there and made them drop the ball. That made it worse.
They had still 25, 30 seconds there.
Yeah, but he still needs to sprint right to the line, drop the ball.
But it wasn't as big as a deal as everyone made it out to seem. Come on.
Yeah, but you still just got to know. And he's a young player; he'll learn. You did not go Vikings or Steelers. You went under 45. Did not hit. I think it was I don't even remember the score of that game.
Vikings
36-28. No, the under got smoked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next game was Ravens versus Browns. This was a bad beat. We both had Browns, and we always take that half point. In this game, we did not. I went back at the footage. We took Browns -2.5, and they won by 2 points.
Really?
We would have pushed it. We were just taking that half like we always do. Yeah, Browns won by 2 points. And I mean, it was a bad beat because they were up 24-3 at one point in that game and won 24-22. And the Ravens actually I watched the end of that game. They got an onside kick at the end of the game too, and just stalled out there because Lamar wasn't in. Tyler Huntley was actually the quarterback. He played at Utah. A few years ago.
I was wondering where he came from.
Yeah, when I was watching the game, I was like, Tyler Huntley, that sounds so familiar.
Huntley,
I looked it up,
sure.
and he played for Utah. But yeah, we both missed that. Falcons versus Panthers. I had Falcons as a lock money line. I actually did bet that Sunday, won pretty easily. The Panthers are just so bad, man. I'm telling you, they're so bad without McCaffrey.
I think I
kept reiterating that
just because of Cam.
Huh?
I think I picked the Panthers because of Cam.
So no, you did not. You said, hey, if Cordero plays, you said you would have picked a money line. He did end up playing, by the way.
Oh, let's go.
But then you said under 42 was your main bet for that, and it did not hit.
Damn.
It was 29-21, so 50 points, and it was under 42.
Okay.
Next game was Seahawks versus Texans. You had the over 41, but you also had Texans +9, so you kind of evened out there. Your main bet was, I'm pretty sure, the over 41 though. I just had Seahawks -8 because I just didn't trust the Texans. The Seahawks blew them out 33-13. Not really close. The Texans are just really
it was close until the second quarter, I think.
You're telling me the first quarter was close? Is that what we're boiling down to the first quarter, the very first?
I think the Texans were up like 3-0 or something. Like they were doing good.
Yeah, I guess any lead for the Texans is good, and we can't be making fun of them. We lost to them. So
yeah, that's true. True.
So yeah, I had -8. You had over 41 and +9, so you washed it there. Then Titans, Jaguars, we both had a -8. Easy dub there.
Easy.
Our defense is just so improved this year.
God.
I mean, especially against the Jags. Though. I mean, come on now. Urban Meyer needs to go, and it seems like their owner's not going to do it, not going to pull the trigger. But the culture, everything there is just blown up from Urban.
Did you see the reports today?
No. What was going on today?
It wasn't today. It happened in August. Did you see what was said about him?
Oh, what, he was talking crap about his coaches or something?
No, he kicked a player.
Oh, Lord, no, I did not know that.
Dude, he kicked a player.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Back in August, I think he's the kicker. The kicker came out and said Urban came up to him and kicked him in the locker room.
The thing is, dude, is
he said it hurt 5 out of 10.
I don't think he will truly believe it, but unless he goes back and gets a college coaching job, this is going to be the last thing people remember him for, is the way he went out at the Jacksonville Jaguars instead of the legendary coach that he was in college football, because he was simple as that. He was a legend. I mean, I don't know why he ever even took the job in the NFL. He should have went back to college and built another program, or just stayed in Ohio State. Those excuses, man. And it could have been, he could have actually had the health problem, but it happened, 2 or 3 times from Florida to Ohio State, and then Ohio State to Jacksonville. It's just like, this is going to be the stuff people remember him by. Like, we'll always know he was a legend in college, but his last stint was his worst stint. And then the last thing we remember him in college was covering up all the stuff from the Zach Smith, all those alleged things that the assistant did. So,
yep.
I don't know, man. He's just kind of wrecking his legacy where it could have been so much different, because he is a legendary college coach.
Does he go back to college is the question.
I think, in my opinion, Notre Dame should have made a run at him. They should have.
I think it's they're gonna see how DeMarcus, is it Freeman?
Yeah,
they're gonna see.
I think they should have at least reached out. Maybe they did reach out to him or something,
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he said before that's his dream job. So
he may be there,
but who knows? So yeah, easy bet there. The next one was Raiders versus the Chiefs.
Oh, I lost that one big time.
Yeah, we both actually lost. Let's see here. Yeah, we both lost. We both had Raiders +9. But I did mention like this, Casey's defense is a Super Bowl winning defense this year. They've shown up in almost every single game except at the very beginning of the season. I think they're going to go back to the Super Bowl. I truly do, the way that defense is playing. Unless like the Titans can get healthy, they're the best team in the AFC. I think they get the Patriots, and if the Titans can get like fully healthy, they can do it. But I don't see.
And they're saying Derek's going to be back by January.
Yeah,
that's what the report.
I just got a feeling with how good Casey hasn't had a defense like this in a long, long time. I mean, ever with Mahomes, you know.
Who's their tackle? Jones.
Who's what tackle?
Chris
Jones.
Chris Jones. So he was out at the beginning of the year. He had like hand problems, wrist problems, and then now he's obviously back and healthy and playing. I think that's what's kind of sparked the defense a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we even said, they've dominated the Raiders twice, two times. You'd think the Raiders would, kind of make some adjustments or do something a little bit differently on offense because how bad they were last game, but no, it didn't happen. Casey came out and they just dominated the game. The Chiefs defense looks really good right now. I'm not going to overreact and firmly say I think they'll be in the Super Bowl. But and the offense did kind of get going against the Raiders, but if that offense can find some sort of consistency, I think they are the best team in the AFC. I truly do. Now, barring a fully healthy Titans team, there's too much unknown there.
Yeah.
And then I do believe the Bills are almost there to where they can be great. Just not there yet. They still have those quarters in a row where they're just not as great as they should be. But then some quarters they'll come out and look really, really good. So we just don't know about the Bills just yet. Next game was Cowboys versus Redskins. We both took Cowboys -4.
Yeah, good.
We both took Cowboys -4. I did mention I didn't think it was going to be a blowout by any means, and it wasn't. The Redskins have a pretty good football team.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're a pretty good team. They're not a team that's going to, win. I don't think win a game in the playoffs, but if they get there, they could scare a team. Got a good running back, got a good running game, got a quarterback that gives his heart out. He's not the best, but he's going to try his ass off.
Yep.
And got a good defense, So who knows what can happen there. And then let's see, Bills versus Bucks. I had the Bucks. I told you do not bet against Tom Brady. You had the Bills. Bucks jumped out to a big lead, gave it up there, but then you knew right when the Bucks ended up getting the ball that it was going to be over from there.
Yeah,
they're just it's hard to bet against Tom Brady in the small lines like that. It's just tough. And I actually I got a double win there. I think you might have you took Bills, but we both actually thought over 53 was a good bet. And
because I was about to say, I was like, dang, I was awfully close.
It actually was close on my prediction. I said I could see it being like a 31-24 type game, and I think it would be a 33-27.
Yeah,
I was kind of close in the prediction there, in the prediction range there. And then the next game was Bears versus Packers.
Easy.
-12.5. We both had them -12. In the first quarter, I watched the game. Dude makes the sack, and every time someone does the double check and mimics AR, you're just being dumb. Why in the first? Do it when you're like up 17 in the fourth quarter or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers comes back and he's 29-37, 341 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Man,
come on, man. Listen, you're talking too early. Now, don't get me wrong. First quarter, it was a good game, and then all of a sudden,
I wouldn't talk. They were up 10.5, but I still wouldn't be talking. Not with AR back there, and not when your team is pretty darn bad. The Bears are pretty bad this year. I'm surprised they still have yet to fire Nagy. I don't know why he's still there. I truly don't know. I don't think he's a very good coach. His very first year he got there, I'm pretty sure he brought him to the playoffs, and they've been riding off that, but I don't know.
There's reports that the Bears are going to be going after somebody. Have you heard that one?
Going after who?
Ryan Day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He better not leave.
He better not.
We've seen what happens to an Ohio State coach when they go to the NFL. Don't leave, Ryan Day. You got it made. You know,
Yeah,
he's got it made.
he shouldn't leave. If he won't leave for another 5-6 years, I would think.
I don't know if he ever leaves.
Yeah, he may retire
unless NFL is that enticing to those guys. I know it is because they don't have to recruit. You know, you still have to scout, but you don't have to recruit and fly over the freaking country. But it's like, just stay. Don't be an idiot. I really do feel like most of the time you have to be birthed into the NFL. Like your first coaching job, you know, get around the NFL and stuff like that. I think that can do wonders for some people. But yeah, that was pretty easy. I think you said Packers by 14. They won by 15. Pretty easy stuff there. Nagy kicks a field goal late in the game with like 30, with like a couple minutes left. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but it's nothing good. And then finally, you got me on this one, Rams versus Cardinals. You said Rams, book it, money line. You know, but I praise, you know, we both praise Matthew Stafford. There's been a lot of hate going on with him. I really don't know why. It's the NFL. You're going to lose games you shouldn't.
Yeah,
that's just the way it goes. It's the NFL. Your talent is so close. And Matthew Stafford proved again why he should be considered, and you know, a top 5-6 quarterback in the league, because dude can just sling the football,
dropping dimes, man.
Dropping dimes from weird arm angles where
you know, where across the field.
You know, where Herbert and Mahomes get posted all over SportsCenter for it. Stafford's been doing the same thing for 15 years, and he's never got any praise for it. I mean, dude just drops dimes from every arm angle. It's pretty nuts.
Yep.
Stafford was Herbert and Mahomes before Herbert and Mahomes have been here. Yep. He just never had he's always been with the Lions. I mean, come on now.
And Kyler struggled a little bit. He didn't throw a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins now is out for the season with a sprained knee.
Well, out for the regular season. Maybe out or back for the playoffs.
Which I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah. But overall, yeah, Kyler has those games though. You know, every QB in the NFL has those games where they just don't have it. You know, it is what it is. The NFL,
I mean, he threw 2 picks. I mean, the second pick was he was just being nonchalant with it. Yeah, he rolled out to the left and just kind of
young. I mean, he's still young. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he'll be fine, dude. He's a good quarterback. He ended up being a really good quarterback.
Yeah,
I didn't think he with his height, but
I don't know. Someone, you know, it's not really a hot take. It's just if the Titans don't win it this year, I want the Rams to, man. I want Matthew to get him one.
Absolutely,
I think he deserves one. Even when the Lions are going, you know, 3-13 and stuff, you read the reports. I mean, he was playing with all kinds of injuries and just would not come out of the game, or he would always play the next game just because he just loves the game, one, and he loves his teammates too. So I wouldn't mind the Rams winning it all if it's not the Titans. But other than that, that's it. I mean, overall, pretty good day, or a pretty good Sunday for the NFL. I actually read a stat, and it was the universe finally coming back into form. I hope I have this stat on here. Hold on just a second. Oh, I may have deleted it, but I think it was. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So Sunday, finally, this hasn't happened literally all year, but the favorites dominated. They were 11-2 against the spread, 12-1 outright.
Damn.
So they dominate. I mean, if you took like a round robin right there and just money lined all the favorites, you would have won a lot of money because 11 of the 12 won. So if you round robined it and bet,
I did 5. I did 5 money lines and I won it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Money line with
you know what a round robin is, right?
Yeah.
Where not all of them have, like 11 of the 12 have to hit. Yeah. So if you would have done something like that, you probably would have won a good chunk of money. If you would have done it on all of them. So I bet the odds weren't, that crazy, but yeah, good day of NFL. Hopefully we have some more good games this Sunday.
We do. We actually have a couple bowl games. It's bowl season now. Starting on Friday, we're opening up with the Bahamas Bowl. It's MTSU and Toledo.
I feel like MTSU goes to the Bahamas Bowl a lot.
Dude, they've been the past, I want to say when I attended MTSU, let's see, in 2016, they have been at least 3 times, I want to say. They're always at that bowl. And to be honest with you,
Oh, wouldn't you love that?
is that not a Super Bowl?
That's freaking awesome,
Dude,
man.
I would I
Like
would
a bowl game at MTSU, and then during the
man,
winter, you get to go down there to where it's warm and have a great time and play a
great
bowl
time.
game.
The goal
Come
every
on, that's
year is
nothing
Bahamas
better.
Bowl. 6-6, Bahamas Bowl, nothing better. Let's do it every year. I don't care.
That'd be cool. I'd do it.
Strive for it. Strive for greatness. That's it. MTSU, baby. Bahamas. Anyways, Toledo's -10. Toledo was 7-5 in the MAC. What do you feel like, man? It's 11 a.m. game. I guess it's maybe a different time zone.
I can tell you one thing. I didn't watch a lot of Toledo throughout. I know they had some good games here and there. I think they had some good games against Power 5 opponents as well, or at least some mediocre games, as good as we think they do. But MTSU came on hot at the end of that year. I think the backup that came in really gave him a little stability. I don't know. I guess he was better than the starter. I'm not sure what really happened there, but I got MTSU +10. Go Rowdy Raiders.
I love that. My heart is saying MTSU +10, but I want to say Toledo's pretty good. They're averaging 434 yards a game, and their defense is only giving up 342.
42 is still a good amount.
It is,
especially in the MAC.
More so for their explosive offense because let's see, MTSU.
They probably have some pretty good stats too. They came on late.
They do. Like it's, dude. So MTSU, this is maybe surprising. So MTSU is giving up 128 yards of rushing a game. I feel like that's pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah, not bad.
But Toledo's more of a pass-heavy team, and they give up MTSU gives up 238 of that.
Really not a lot either. They got okay defense.
That's what I'm saying, man. And Rick does pretty well down in the Bahamas. I think they win quite often down there. So I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go MTSU +10. I like it. The next game, another great one. We have the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl.
Boca Raton.
Raton. That's a tough word. English is hard. We got WKU and Appalachian State. Appalachian State is -3. What do you like?
That's a tough game, man. I mean, Appalachian State's a pretty good football team. WKU's a pretty good football team.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to go, me in these games like this. I know Appalachian State has a transfer from Clemson, who's a pretty good quarterback. But I go with who I think the better quarterback is, which is WKU's quarterback. I'm going WKU +3.
Hilltoppers, baby.
I'm riding with it. That dude's unbelievable. He slings it all over the field.
Do you know if the offensive coordinator is going to coach that game, or did he leave for Texas Tech already?
I'm not sure. The system's been there all year, though, so I'm not sure it really matters.
Yeah. I'll go with you. I'll do Western Kentucky +3. I like that as well.
Bailey Zapp or something.
Who?
That could be completely wrong. The quarterback for WKU.
Yeah, Zapp. Bailey Zapp, that's on Zappe.
Yeah,
Zapp.
Well, I call it Zapp. It could be Zape. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but
56 touchdowns and 11 interceptions with 5,545 yards, dude.
Lighting it
what
up.
A year! Good Lord.
Yeah, he lit it up this year.
You want to hear their rushing yards? 94 carries, 467 yards, 1 touchdown.
They don't run it at all. They said
1 touchdown.
We're riding with Mr. Zapp.
Dadgummit. Wow. What do you think they rush for a game?
What do I think they rush for a game?
Yeah, like how many?
35 yards a game.
No, it's 93. I guess it's better than.
How is it 93 if they only have 400 total rushing yards?
Dude, this is just
3
like
times 12.
No. They're
12 is like 1,080.
That's their top running back. Like,
oh,
yeah, like I was just naming
like the numbers don't add up there.
Yeah, no. That's just like their leading guy, and he always has 1 touchdown. Come on, man.
Hey man, sling the football, sling the rock. I love
That's
it.
it. Yep. We're going to go WKU. Next game, we got BYU and UAB at the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. BYU
have a bad finish, aren't they? Weren't they ranked?
BYU is -7. They're 10-2.
Man, and they got shafted.
And they won out the past 5 games. And they got absolutely shafted. Correct. To play
They're
against
playing UAB, who's what, maybe 7-5, something like that.
8-4, lost to Rice 30-24, and UTSA 34-31.
Well, UTSA is a pretty good football team, but I'm going with BYU here. I don't know, -7.
-7. That's it. Just a touchdown.
I'm going BYU with the touchdown.
I agree. I'm with you on that. BYU for sure. 10-2.
They should come in this game pissed off. Like they were ranked. I mean, that's kind of pitiful.
Their coach isn't leaving, right? No, because I think the reports were.
I think he's like BYU through and through. Like I think he's going to stay there forever.
Okay, maybe that was for Oregon. There was like speculations that they were going to go after him or something. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. All right, and to end this bowl, let's see. Here it is. All right. To end the bowl season for this episode, we have the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. The names, man. Let me tell you, the names. We got San Diego State and University of Texas San Antonio. University or UTSA is -2.5 versus San Diego State.
Who ranked teams again? Was UT? I don't know if UTSA ended up being ranked.
They were, then they lost. And
that one game.
They're 12-1, and San Diego State's 11-2. So
yeah, I'm actually, I've seen UTSA play a couple times. They're a pretty good football team, and they just beat a pretty good football team, WKU. But San Diego State, these last few games, I mean, I'm pretty sure they beat Boise State. Then they won their conference.
They lost their conference.
Who'd they get beat by?
Utah State beat them 46-13.
Okay.
I
was going one way with this, and now I'm going to complete. Give me the UTSA. They just beat. I think WKU is a pretty good football team, and they just beat them by like 8 points or so, and they just purely outscored them, which is hard to do. I thought San Diego State was a good football team. I watched them play against Boise State, and they beat them by like 10.
Let me tell you this: San Diego State's only averaging 26 points per game, but their defense is allowing 19. Now, are they not playing good opponents? I don't know. That's pretty shit. I don't want to bet on Texas San Antonio because it's UTSA. I haven't watched them this year, but just the name gets me away from it. I like San Diego State +3.
Yeah.
I
don't think I should overreact to the Utah. I'm pretty sure Utah State has an okay football program. I think they were like 9-3 this year before that game. So, but 46-13 is a meltdown. That's a pure meltdown, and I don't know if they can recover. So I'm going UTSA. Yeah. But I think it's going to be close. I mean, it's -3 is the line.
-2.5. I'm just going to buy the extra point and do +3.
Okay, I'll do -2 UTSA. Basically, almost like money, but not money line because I know that points can screw me. So UTSA -2. I don't know if San Diego State's can recover. I mean, golly, 46-13 in a championship game. That's brutal.
Yeah, and so it looks like I guess we'll do one more because we can record next Wednesday. So that game will already be going on. So the Lockhead Martin Armed Forces Bowl. We have Missouri and Army. Army is -3.5 versus Missouri.
Missouri's run defense is pretty brutal, if I remember.
Yeah, their front seven is atrocious. So,
Army just got beat by a pitiful Navy team.
Yeah.
I struggle to ever think that that a triple option team. I just struggle thinking that they're going to win this game because I personally don't like to watch the triple option. Give me the SEC in this. I know Missouri's not very good. And I'm not sure if they have anybody going to the draft or anybody skipping the bowl game. But, coming off a good national signing day, maybe Eli's feeling a little bit, swaggered out or something. I don't know. Well, give me Missouri in that. Give me Missouri money line, actually.
Yeah. I think Connor Basilic, I think that's how you say his last name. I think he had a little bit more higher expectations than how he did this year. 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. I think they thought he was going to be a lot better than he was. I don't know if he struggled. Let's see. Is this his first year? He's a true sophomore. I don't know if he played last year. So first go around in the SEC. I mean, it's tough. I get it. But you're not playing that great of an Army team. Is Army going to keep them off the field? That's the question, because Missouri's front is awful. Are they going to run the clock out and keep them off the field? I don't know. ESPN has this game 50-50, really. 50.9 and 49.1. So let's just say 50-50 in Army's favor. I mean,
what are you picking?
Rushing yards this year for the season, 229 for Missouri. Dude, I have no idea. You're going to take Missouri money line and not Missouri plus 3.5? You're not going to take Missouri in the points?
No, I think if it's comes down to the wire, I think Army will beat them. It means they held the ball all game.
What a shitty game, man. What a shitty game.
That game to bet. You got a triple option team and a non-triple option team. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the traditional offense.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the SEC just because I like to pull for the SEC. Let's go Missouri plus 3.5, plus 4. We'll buy the extra point up. But other than that, that's it for the bowl games. Next episode, we'll finish out the bowls. Now on to NFL. Or do you want to keep it in college? We go a little college basketball. We got like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, we can't bet lines, but we can just see who wins out. Well, depending on the line, we can see who wins outright. Yeah.
So a little college basketball. I completely made these lines up. This is my guess on what the lines are going to be for the
We'll hold you accountable next week then.
Yeah.
Get way off.
Because I'd like to hear it, because this is just a guessing game. So we have 4 good games on Saturday for college basketball. Starting up, got a big hatred right now. We got Tennessee and Memphis. I think the line's going to be Tennessee. I'm not going to do 3.5. I think Tennessee is going to be minus. I like 5.5. I think Tennessee's going to be minus 5.5. It's at Bridgestone in Nashville, neutral site. Last game we beat y'all in Knoxville last year, or was that 2 years? No, it was last year. Right? Or was that 2 years ago?
No, I don't think it was. I think it was 2 years ago.
Okay, 2 years ago.
Maybe.
What do you think? What do you think's going on? What are you liking?
Well, 2 years ago, or maybe it was last year. Whenever we played, it was 2 terrible teams playing. So
I think it was a 55-50 game or something.
It was the worst game I've ever watched. But when 2, okay teams played 4 years ago, we beat you pretty good. Or actually, we were really good that year. Never mind. Memphis wasn't very good. I mean, this game, Memphis coming off a big win. I'm not going to bet against Tennessee. If we have another game like we did against Texas Tech, yeah, we'll get blown out. I think Memphis's length will cause problems for us. I think you guys, if anything, you guys have a lot of scoring droughts, but as long as you keep the defense, you guys have the ability to play defense. It's if you keep the defensive intensity up, because sometimes you guys get lazy. But I think off of a high emotional win like that, I think Bridgestone is mostly orange on Saturday. There's still Memphis fans that will still travel, and there's still Memphis fans and basketball fans in Nashville, no football fans. But I like Tennessee minus 5. Am I confident in that? No, I think Memphis's length can cause problems. I like Tennessee to win outright, but I think it's closer than what some people may think. I think it's a good game to watch.
I'm really torn, man. On the betting aspect, I obviously want to go to Tennessee, just because. I mean, we've lost 4 of the last 5 against. We lost to Murray State last week. Absolutely shitty game. We shouldn't lose to Murray State at home. We lost to Iowa State team. It's actually pretty good, but they went 2-22 last year. Just based off momentum, I'm going to go Memphis money line this Saturday. I think we pull it out. I like Duran down low. I don't think Fulkerson will be able to stop him. Amani's
not very good though so far. He hasn't been very good this season.
Who?
Duran. And we're going to play BHH.
Yeah, I think he's a little overrated. Everyone, they're saying he's automatically a top 5 draft pick in the NBA for next year, and I don't know if he's quite ready for that yet. I feel like he needs to develop a jump shot. Maybe he has one, but he shot one against Alabama.
No, I don't think every big man nowadays needs a jump shot.
I mean,
I don't know what they're going to do. Fulkerson won't be guarding him, I can tell you that. Maybe he does a little bit, but yeah. I think they'll try to play BHH a lot, the number 1 player in the country.
I don't know who that is. You're going to have to tell me his name.
Huntley Hatfield.
BHH?
Yeah, Duran's height, Duran's weight. Duran, just a little bit. I think he was a little bit less highly talented, A little bit younger, I think, too. He graduated early, Duran. He's kind of like a Amani Bates.
Okay.
So he's still got a little bit of a
Amani's young. God, man, he just does some stupid ass shit sometimes. Makes 0 sense. But I like Memphis, man. I hope we win. Do we win? I'm not confident. I'm not going to bet it, but obviously my heart's going to say Memphis money line. Game 2, we have Gonzaga and Texas Tech. I think, remember that I'm making these lines up. I think Gonzaga is going to be around -10 to -12. I have -12 written down. But with Texas Tech, I think 9-1, 10-1. And them kind of a little hot right now. I know they beat y'all, but I don't think Texas Tech is still even that good. Y'all shot 6 or 40 from 3. I mean, hell, if y'all hit a couple threes, y'all beat them. So I like Gonzaga, whatever the line is. If it was Gonzaga -10, 12, what I'm guessing, I like Gonzaga minus those points. And even if I'm wrong and it's Gonzaga -15, 16, 17, I'm still thinking Gonzaga is going to beat them by 20 at least.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, we played the worst game possible that you could, and we still went to OT. So I think Texas Tech is a good. I still think they're a good basketball team, but they're going to they beat you by defense. They're not going to score the ball that well. They don't have a lot of scorers out there.
Yeah.
But their defense has been phenomenal for 5 years. I know Beard has left, but Beard left the defense. The structure was still there. And I think they can pose some problems with Gonzaga. And if the line is 15, I'd take them. But I'm thinking the line's going to be more around 7 or 8. So, is it a neutral court, though?
Let's see. I think it's at Texas Tech. It's Jerry something. No, it's in Phoenix, Arizona. So it's some type of classic.
Okay.
Jerry Calagello Classic, whoever that is.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, yeah, Gonzaga's not going to go 6-40. I think it's a one-off. I don't think Tennessee ever does that again. It was just an off night where, honestly, in a game that we had been traveling for, these first couple months are just hard because you're traveling everywhere. You're on the plane a lot, you're in unfamiliar gyms. It's just the way it goes. You're going to have off night shooting, especially this early in the year. So I got Gonzaga if it's around 7. If it's around 12 to 15, like you're thinking, I think Texas Tech defense may, show up. I mean, they're not going to hold them to 6-40. That's for dang sure. But it just depends on the line. But obviously, Gonzaga will win the basketball game.
Yeah, absolutely. The next game we have is North Carolina UCLA. I want to say it's another sports classic. It's just the CBS Sports Classic. It's being played in Las Vegas. I'm thinking that line's it's a neutral. I'm thinking UCLA -6.5. Thinking around there. Regardless of that, I like UCLA, whatever the line or whatever the spread is.
I think I'm going to like UCLA as well.
They're good.
Good basketball team.
Yeah.
I think North Carolina has some talent on their team. It's hard for them to string it all together right now. Maybe later in the year they try to make a run in the ACC tournament or something because the ACC isn't very strong at all this year. Duke is their only team
Yeah.
in the rankings, top 25 rankings. I mean, Tennessee beat the lights off of North Carolina. UCLA, I'm pretty right, at least right now for sure, is a better team than Tennessee. Neutral court, I got UCLA probably too, whatever the line is.
Yep. And it's the first year without Roy too. That's tough.
Yeah.
But like, give it a couple years and
I want him to be
North
successful.
Carolina.
I want him to be successful though. I really do.
Yeah.
He waited behind Roy for years, man.
Who's the coach?
I mean, he graded behind Roy for years. I don't know why.
Was he assistant coach for Roy?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. The next game, and I think this is kind of the game of the night, man. It's Ohio State and Kentucky. Let's see. Ohio State, Kentucky. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Hubert Davis is the coach for North Carolina now. But
CBS Sports Classic again. Looks like this one's in Las Vegas again as well.
Las Vegas, that's cool, man. I think Tennessee's in the Las Vegas tournament next year.
Are you?
No, Tennessee. Yeah, and I don't know. That'd be kind of cool to go to.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure Gonzaga is in our tournament next year.
I'd go. Let's go. Let's make a little trip out of it. I'm thinking Kentucky's going to be about -8 against Ohio State. I could be wrong. I'm kind of thinking with Ohio State has a good couple wins this year. It could be Kentucky -4. I'm just going to kind of go big and think Kentucky will blow them out. I don't know how good this Ohio State team is. And they struggled early against Akron, and they've struggled in some games. But I'm gonna go Kentucky -8. I believe.
Yeah, like these are just speculations. It really just depends on the line for me because I truly think. I mean, Ohio State has confidence now. That's all basketball. You're going to have those early games that are just weird. It's just the way basketball is, especially in December. We don't even find out about how good teams are until late February most of the time. Yeah. But I think they got some confidence. If it's 8, I like Ohio State. If it's like a 2 or 3, I like Kentucky. I don't think Kentucky right now, though, like normal Calipari Kentucky teams, because their guys are so young, I don't think they are where they need to be just yet. Obviously, it'll take them a couple more months. I actually think Ohio State can win this basketball game. I truly do. Mm-hmm. Kentucky just isn't that strong early on in years, most years. And I just believe Ohio State can hang in there for a while. And then I think Kentucky gets a little nervous if they're within 5 points late in the game. So if it's 8, I like Ohio State. If it's like 2 or 3, give me Kentucky.
Okay. Now we're going to go over to the NFL. Got a couple games for that. Let's see. We got Thursday night. We have Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs are -3, and it's in Los Angeles. I almost said San Diego. Chiefs are hot, but it's the NFL, Rhett. Chargers +3, baby.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
I'm basing this so off of what I said earlier. The Chiefs defense, they're not going to hold Herbert to, anything crazy low, but I think they're good enough to win this football game. And I believe the Chargers defense is really, really, really bad. And this is a spot where Mahomes and company, can score a lot of points, kind of like they did with the Raiders. So I'm going Chiefs in this game. I think their defense can hold them to less than 20. And I think 20 or less, maybe 21 or less, that's a hot take because, man, the Chargers got a good offense. But I think they can do it. The Chiefs can hold them to, a low scoring output than they're used to. And I think the Chiefs are going to be able to score pretty much at will.
Okay. So. Saturday games this week, and I love that. Football all weekend. Saturday, we have Raiders and Browns. Raiders are -1.5 and are favored in Cleveland. There were reports Baker is not playing this weekend. I'm trying to confirm. Cleveland's banged up right now, man. Kareem Hunt's doubtful. Baker, I believe, is not going to play. Darren Waller looks like he's going to be questionable. They probably just didn't practice today. I like Raiders money line.
Raiders money line. Yeah, I think I saw those Mayfield reports today as well. I think Case Keenum's the backup though, and he's a really solid backup. And I don't know if I can. This is just really a hard game. Browns are pretty banged up. They're not as good as we thought they were going to be this year. Raiders, with the whole Gundy thing, the whole Gruden thing that happened, and then there's they beat the Cowboys and they come back next week and they get drubbed by the Chiefs. I really don't know what the Raiders are this year, but I do know I'm pretty sure they kind of know they're probably not going to make any noise.
Yeah.
Give me an energized Browns team behind Case and coming out and winning this game.
Okay. And then let's see. So I think this is the game of the weekend, man. Patriots and Colts. This is gonna be a huge game. Colts are -2.5. It's in Indianapolis. So obviously, like I've said in the past, they're at home. They're gonna be favored by a field goal. That's what they always give them in Vegas. Man, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I'm going Colts. I'm going the freaking.
About time you believed in them,
man.
I've been seeing it.
I believe in the defense, and I believe in Jonathan Taylor. I still don't believe in Carson Wentz.
I believe in Carson Wentz because I believe. I don't believe fully in Carson Wentz to go win you a playoff game or anything. I believe in Carson Wentz because I believe in Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Play action pass is a beautiful thing, man.
And the Patriots struggled against the Titans on the run. We had some big runs against the Patriots defensive line and their defense. I think the Colts get it done this weekend.
It's actually in our favor if the Colts win.
Correct.
Because I'm sure you saw the Mike Herndon tweets. Great follow if you're a Titans fan. Go follow Mike Herndon. He has all these calculations and stuff that he always puts out, and he knows literally everything about it. I'm pretty sure he's retired now, but basically, we're probably going to win the division because of our schedule versus theirs, and they still have to cover 2-3 games maybe because of our head-to-head against them. But to get the 1 seed, we need the Pats to lose. We need the Pats to lose because we don't have that head-to-head. So it may be better for the Colts to win. I don't know. I'm a firm believer in let's just win the division just in case anything weird happens. So I'm a firm believer in get the division over with and then worry about the 1 seed. So I probably will just pull for the Patriots because I'm a Tennessee sports fan and I know how things go when you start thinking that you've already locked things up. But in this game, Colts stamp it. I believe they're going to do. I believe they're going to do it as well. And the Pats got to lose at some point. We keep saying that, but I truly believe this Colts team can do it, riding behind Jonathan Taylor.
You like the money line or 2.5?
2.5 or 2. I'm not doing that half point stuff anymore.
On to Sunday, man. Titans are -1.5 in Pittsburgh. Seems like we're getting a little bit healthier. Right now we have a season low, baby. 8 people out right now. How you feeling the Titans Steelers?
I've been saying it all year. I just don't like the Steelers because I just believe Ben needs to retire. I truly do. He's banged up. He's old. He's had an amazing career. Tomlin's a heck of a coach, and I think it's unbelievable that Steelers fans some Steelers fans are calling for his head. One of the best coaches of this generation. I mean, he's doing a lot with not very much. I think our defense poses problems for Roethlisberger, especially if we have Bud Dupree back, who makes so much difference on that line. It frees up Harold Landry. There's a lot of different things. I believe we get it done in Pittsburgh. I truly do. I think we can do it, especially with the way our defense is playing. I think Roethlisberger is due a turnover or 2.
Especially 1.5, man. I might as well just take Titans money.
I'm taking a money line. I'm not even worried about the 1.5. I'm taking money
line. Yeah, I like Titans money line as well, man. I was at the game last weekend. We looked really good defensively. Put a lot of pressure on Trevor. A lot of picks. I think we had 4. Only thing that concerns me, and that's been the concern all year, is our offensive line. Roger Saffold, I don't know if he's going to play this weekend. He did get banged up, and I don't know if he came back in. I don't remember. I assume TJ Watt's going to play. If he can put some pressure on us, it's going to be a close one, but I still think we can pull it out. Just based on our defense. Kevin Byard's play his ass off. Bud Dupree being back.
Plus, any game in Pittsburgh in December is going to be hard.
Yep, Zach Cunningham, I believe he's going to be playing, so that's a huge pickup.
We have a Super Bowl defense when we're healthy.
I agree.
Like I was saying with KC earlier, we have a Super Bowl defense. I'm just scared our offense will never fully be healthy. And like I like the thought of a rejuvenated Derek with a lot of rest, but I also don't like the thought of him not taking hits for a long, long time and not getting the carries, maybe being a little rusty. So, I just want to throw that out there. We are beginning to have a Super Bowl winning defense.
Correct. They're hoping that he's going to come back on week 18. We play the Texans in Houston. They're saying that his physical therapy has gone really, really well. I mean, they're thinking he's
going to play him. Why would they play him?
I don't know, man.
Maybe I wouldn't mind if it was a few carries, but that's it. Just like throw him out there a couple plays, let him see the field a little bit, and then bring him out. Don't risk getting injured versus the Texans.
Yeah, I don't want him to risk any injury this year. I'm scared that if he comes back in and plays and he gets re-hurt, he's done. It scares me.
It's a different injury. It's not like some.
Was it a fractured foot?
It can be like a nagging injury, but it's not something that's gonna be career ending.
Okay, yeah, I just don't get hurt, man. That's our guy. That's our franchise guy. Next game we have Seahawks and Rams. Rams are minus 4.5. For some reason, it's 4.5. I don't know why. It's in Los Angeles. Seahawks are really bad. There's no reason why this game's 4.5. That's a trap bet. I don't know if people are out with COVID. I have no idea. But I like Seahawks +5, I guess.
Seahawks +5. I think it's because I don't know if I think the Rams have a pretty bad record in the past versus the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks generally beat them. I think Russ has just had their number.
Yeah.
But I like Stafford in this game. I think they have too much on the defensive side of the ball. The Seahawks genuinely have no run game. They can't run the football. Chris Carson's been out the whole year, which has been the main issue because Chris Carson is a heck of a running back, but he's never healthy. He's literally never healthy.
Yep.
He can never stay on the field. I like Rams in this game, especially at home. I think their defense can hold, Seattle under 17 points, and I think they can score over 20. So I'm going in like a, 24-ish, 14 type game. If Jamal Adams is out, I mean, they'll win this game big, I think.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Yeah, so.
And last but not least, another trap game. Packers minus 5.5 versus the Ravens. What do you think?
Versus the who?
Ravens in Baltimore.
In Baltimore?
Yep.
In Baltimore, tough environment. AR, though, is great in cold weather. So is Devontae, especially if Lamar is injured. I'm sorry. I'm not betting against AR. I'm truly not with a 5-point spread. No. I will not bet against AR to cover just a touchdown.
It's a trap game. There's something going on.
There is something going on, but I was even Vegas knows too. You don't bet against AR. I was literally when they were down 10.5 versus the Bears. I was like, oh, this is just an easy money line bet right here. I was hoping for like +2. It was still minus like 200. Packers money line. I was like, my gosh.
They can say
I thought I was about to get a steal.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is about to be +200. No.
Yeah,
they know.
Yeah, they know. And they know something right now. I mean, hell, I think it was like the first couple of weeks. It was when Dak was out with an ankle injury, and the Cowboys were playing somebody, and it was only like -2. It was the Vikings. It was -2, and I hammered Cowboys -2. And I was like, this was on like a Monday or Tuesday. Reports didn't come out till Thursday or Friday that he was out.
Yeah.
They just know before the news even breaks.
But the Cowboys ended up winning that game.
They did. I bet a money line on Sunday.
Yeah, you told me we hit that together. You were like, dude, I still think Cowboys. I was like, all right, I'll ride with you.
Yeah,
it was +200 or something.
Yeah, some crazy stuff.
That was a good hit.
Yeah, man. But they know something. I like Packers minus 5 again. I can't bet against Aaron Rodgers, and hell, we don't even.
Especially if Tyler Huntley's playing and not
About to
Lamar.
say we don't even know if Lamar is going to be out. I think they're kind of looking for that, and if Huntley's back in there, I think that line's going to skyrocket. It's got to.
Good. Still tough to play in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Heck of an environment.
Yep. Other than that, though, that's all the games we had. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't think I have anything to say. I mean, hopefully for a heck of a week and a heck of a week leading into Christmas as well.
Yep. But other than that, guys,
done.
Yep. Thank you all so much for listening. This is Whiskey Sports episode 7.
Heck yeah.
See y'all next week.
Peace.